Good morning. We're in a little quiet rest area with a bit of traffic passing, so excuse the traffic noise. And this morning we're having a look at the book of Numbers, which is the fourth book in the Old Testament. Basically, it describes the census of the Hebrew people. They've been released and freed from slavery. They're wandering around in the desert. They've been out in the desert about 50 days, and so the book of Numbers was written by Moses and maybe added to by other people along the way, but it's got some interesting stories in it. It's got the blessing that Aaron put over the Israelite people. It's got the story of how Moses was getting water from the rock and his attitude to that. And it's got also a promise in there that God never lies. So they're the scriptures I've chosen out of it this morning to share with you as we read from the book of Numbers. From chapter 20, in the first month the whole Israelite community arrived at the Desert of Zin, and they stayed at Kadesh. There Miriam died and was buried. So there was a sad time for them. Now there was no water for the community, and the people gathered in opposition to Moses and Aaron. They quarreled with Moses and said, "If only we had died when our brothers fell dead before the Lord. Why did you bring the Lord's community into this desert that we and our livestock should die here? Why did you bring us up to Egypt, to this terrible place? It has no grain or figs, grapevines or pomegranates, and there is no water to drink." Moses and Aaron went from the assembly to the entrance of the tent of meeting and fell face down, and the glory of the Lord appeared to them. The Lord said to Moses, "Take the staff, and you and your brother Aaron gather the assembly together. Speak to that rock before their eyes, and it will pour out its water. You will bring water out of the rock for the community and their livestock can drink." So Moses took the staff from the Lord's presence, just as he commanded him. He and Aaron gathered the assembly together in front of the rock, and Moses said to them, "Listen, you rebels, must we bring water out of this rock?" Then Moses raised his arm and struck the rock twice with his staff. Water gushed out, and the community and their livestock drank. But the Lord said to Moses and Aaron, "Because you did not trust in me enough to honour me as holy in the sight of the Israelites, you will not bring this community into the land I give them." These were the waters of Meribah, where the Israelites quarrelled with the Lord, and where he showed himself holy among them. Wow, that's pretty powerful, isn't it? Poor old Moses. He was a bit angry with the people, and he said, "Must we bring you water?" When he really should have said, "The Lord will supply all of your needs according to his riches in glory. Let's just believe him and strike the rock and we'll get our water." Which takes me to Numbers chapter 23, where the Lord is saying to Balak, "Arise, Balak," verse 18, "and listen, hear me, son of Zippor." Verse 19, "God is not a man that he should lie, nor a son of man that he should change his mind. Does he speak and then not act? Does he promise and not fulfill? I have received a command to bless. He has blessed, and I cannot change it." So God doesn't tell lies. He doesn't make promises and then break them. God is a man of his word. And going back to the blessing, the priestly blessing, the Lord said to Moses, this is from Numbers chapter 6, verse 22, The Lord said to Moses, "Tell Aaron and his sons, this is how you are to bless the Israelites. Say this to them, the Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face toward you and give you peace." May God's richest blessings be upon you as we conclude our little snippet from the book of Numbers in the Old Testament. So we'll be seeing you some more as we go on through all of the books of the Bible with a few selected verses and stories. Have a great day.